Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Zielonka. Feels like it's been forever, but really, it's just been a couple of days since the release of the Premium Edition, Farming Simulator 22, Premium Expansion for Farming Simulator 22. However you look at it, it's a premium experience. Waylon, what's up? Farmer G. How are you doing tonight? And you know what? I saw this go-kart mod hit the mod hub today, and I thought I'd get it because I thought it'd be fun to drive around. I didn't realize until just now it's a pedal car. Why is it called go-kart if it's a pedal car? They're different things. Because the go-kart has an engine. A pedal car just has pedals. It's not near as exciting anymore as I thought it would be. El Capitalista. What's up, Zipper? How you doing? Percy's Playhouse. How are you doing tonight? How is everyone doing this Thursday evening? Thirsty Thursday. Tip a cold one. Tip a cold one back. Yeah, I thought this was a go-kart. It's a pedal car. I'm not near as excited anymore. I mean, it's still kind of cool. But I mean, look at that little boy. I mean, his hips are gonna pop out of joint. That's just silly now. It was more fun when it was supposed to be powered by an engine. Also saw we got a golf cart today, but yeah, I thought this would be more fun. V101. I thought it'd be a fun way to tool around the map. Because I thought it was a go-kart powered by, you know, powered by an engine. But it turns out it's just a pedal car. And, you know, going like 10 miles an hour, it's kind of cool. But going any faster than that, you turn into Flash. That is depressing, yes. As I said in my map tour, I kind of wish the dairy and the spinnery were productions as opposed to just being sell points. But it is what it is. So I'm just going to use it to get over here to the farm. And then we'll just get rid of it. No, it's a pedal car. See, it's a little pedal car. The description said go-kart. But for me, a go-kart has an engine. I mean, it's cool and all. I just wish it would have said pedal car. Theme parks and more. What's up? What is up? How's it going tonight? Whoa, who's all playing? Who's playing Zielonka? What farm did you buy? Are you doing any of the root crop stuff? I'm doing okay. Okay, I'm gonna stick it down to one of these little sheds. Get rid of it. Can I pick it up? I can pick anything up. There, we'll just stick it in there. Get in there. We're done with you. We'll just pretend that never happened. Region for next year. Huh. Sickle. All right, let's change our outfit. I took out my clothing mod. I should have put that back in. I really wish we would get a hat, you know, with these new brands. That'd be nice. Let me go over here and grab our harvester. Should be just about done. Then we'll get on with this show. Oh no, but what about all the plastic it's made out of? Eddie, I don't, you know, it's... Honestly, I don't know. I don't know because it's dang expensive and I really don't need a wheel. The wheel I have, I am probably 100% sure is far better than that wheel is. I think the most attractive part about that bundle is the side panel that you can't buy separately. I think, what is it, $400 for a wheel that most likely does not have force feedback. If all you're doing is playing farm sim, then force feedback isn't a problem because you probably don't care. But if you are looking to do anything else that's driving, then you're probably going to want something with force feedback for those other games like American Truck Sim, Euro Truck Sim, or anything like that. Now, side panel looks cool with hand throttle and all that. It looks to be a lot better than the Logitech joystick, the Logitech side panel that's out now for Farm Sim. But the Thrustmaster stick, that looks impressive too. I don't have one, but from what it sounds like, people that have gotten it to review, they seem to have positive outlooks on it. Yeah, the stick. Yeah, we're talking about the Hori bundle, not the Thrustmaster bundle. The Hori bundle. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Zielonka. We are now in full launch. Everyone's had a chance to get the bundle, get the edition or expansion. I really wish Giants would not name it Premium Edition, Premium Expansion. It gets people really confused as to which is what and what includes with what. But at any rate, the Premium Expansion is just the map and the equipment, whereas the Premium Edition is a whole fleet load of stuff, including the map, including 2 years worth of DLCs, including the base game. We were just chatting up in the pre-show about the Hori bundle that is releasing soon, and then also kind of talking about maybe how it compares to the new farm stick from Thrustmaster that is recently now just coming out as well, and then how that compares, or both compare maybe, to the Logitech side panel heavy equipment bundle that's been out for quite a while, related to Farm Sim. I have not been able to experience the Thrustmaster stick, so I can't speak from experience there. I do have a Logitech side panel, and I can tell you that I feel that the joystick on the side panel is really cheap, to say the least. I use it to do camera stuff, basically. That's all I use, the joystick on the side panel. On the Logitech side panel is to move the camera around. The Hori bundle includes a wheel and side joystick that also includes a hand throttle. I'll see if I can't find a screenshot of that here in a little bit, but it's $400, and I'm not sure on the quality of the wheel myself. It looks like the joystick and hand throttle looks like it's pretty good, but again, it's a brand new product from a company that I don't know how many people have much real experience with in the simulation kind of space, as opposed to a company like Thrustmaster, which has quite the long product history of having pretty good products in the simulation space. And their recent release of the Farm Stick, which, as Percy Playhouse mentions in chat, is definitely based off of a long established Thrustmaster product. It's basically just rebadged with some new button patterns and everything, but at its core, it is a kind of tried and true tested product. And it comes with, I guess there's a kit, a wheel mount kit. So most simulation wheels, most wheels from Thrustmaster, Logitech, they're designed in a upright driving position, like you'd have your car or a racing car. That's typically what their wheels are sold for sim racing. So they're more in a vertical upright position. The Thrustmaster bracket mounts the T248 wheel more into a horizontal position, which is going to be flatter and more akin to heavy machinery, old trucks type of a situation. So if you are just looking to play Farm Sim or just looking to do stuff like that, then I think that type of bracket would have a better feel for realism than, let's say, a more up and down position. Right here, right? The wheel's more flat, it's more horizontal than vertical, and that's what you're going to get out of the the new Thrustmaster bracket. I haven't priced out the T248 and the bracket and the Farm Sim stick to see where you are on the price spectrum compared to the Hori bundle. But I can tell you that the T248 is going to be a much better wheel, in my opinion, than the Hori wheel. Let me see if I can't dig this up real fast. Give me a moment to find the Hori wheel. I know I got screenshots of it. Here it is. So this is the Hori wheel. The Hori wheel has kind of a flatter, more horizontal go here. We do have a wheel. We do have a knob for the wheel. We've got some joysticks over here, some D-pad buttons. We've got a horn. We actually have light controls over here and a blinker, which is kind of an interesting thing. But this base, there is no way this base has force feedback in it. No way. So at best, it's got what's called a centering spring, which means if you turn it left and release it, it's going to spring back to the middle. If you turn it right and release it, it's going to spring back to the middle. Comes with 3 pedals, which is kind of a decent upsell. Lots of intro wheels just come with 2 pedals. But this is where kind of the most folks are most interested in. We've got a hand throttle here with 4 side buttons. We have a joystick with 2 D-pads. We've got an up and down button here. We've got 2 buttons there. We've got a rolly wheel over here. We've got 3 buttons, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then possibly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more right here in the middle, right? So this looks like basically what you're really paying for. The question is, how plasticky is this? How cheap does it feel? Does it have any weight to it, right? Does it weigh like 2 ounces? Or does it weigh like 10 pounds, right? But that's the Hori bundle. That's coming out soon, but it's like $400. It's something ridiculous, in my opinion, for what you get. Here's a video of it. So left, right, there's the joystick. Plasticky pedals. So we got light control, we got blinkers, hand throttle. You can twist it. Forward, back, left, right motions, right? And then you have this. We're getting into sim task, so it's probably gonna be a whole new line of products out for that. So we've got a joystick, we've got tons of buttons here, and they are somewhat kind of branded. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. I don't think I can. There's plenty of videos out there showing, like, here's like some tractor icons, a start button. So there's plenty of people out there that have gotten this and been able to do some reviews on it. Here's that bracket that mounts this wheel more horizontal than vertical, right? But this is a that's not the T248. I don't know what wheel that is, but it's definitely not the T248. But this is getting pretty good reviews. But it's 900, not 900, $99, right? $99. So the T248 that's 400 right there with 3 pedals, right? Then you got to add $100 for that. The T128, that's what they showed off. So the T128 looks like to be their new entry-level wheel. Hybrid force feedback. So this does have force feedback. So this is $200, $300. Then buy this for $80. Then all you need to do is get a hand throttle, and you're basically up to that Hori bundle. And quite frankly, I think you're going to have a better wheel because this is going to have some force feedback to it. So you're going to be able to, there's the more vertical position. You're going to be able to use this in other things like truck sim, and it's not going to feel weird mounted in a horizontal position. I think you could change those positions. So from personal experience, I don't have either. I really honestly don't plan on spending money on the Hori because I feel the wheel I have is better than that, and I'm definitely not going to be changing wheels out depending on what game I'm playing. But you may not know, I play farm sim in a driving rig. So I got into farm sim as a diversion from sim racing. And as a result, I've got a racing seat mount set up, and that's what I game at. So that's what I stream at, is I'm in that right now. Sitting, 6 inches off the ground. So the wheel's permanently set up. Everything's permanently set up. T128, yep, is basically the new entry-level Thrustmaster. Now I picked up for Christmas last year a Logitech, I don't know what the heck this thing is. Extreme 3D Pro joystick from Logitech. It works when I use it. I don't use it every day, but it works when I use it. I don't think that was overly expensive. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if Hori provides any review samples to people, or if they just slap it out on the market and people find out what it is just by buying it. I think Thrustmaster tossing it out there to a whole ton of people kind of shows that they're confident in their product, right? If Hori's not willing to toss it out there to a bunch of people, then maybe not so much. It's hard to say. Tookie, what's up? Sean, how you doing? Fridge Farmer, I think, yeah, the Thrustmaster will be more expensive if you buy them all, piece it all together, but I think you're going to have a much better product in the end. It's like exactly how Tono Gaming, the heavy equipment bundle wheel, like that's the first thing that busts, that breaks in that thing. And the side panel holds up to decent use, but the wheel just doesn't hold up. The heavy equipment bundle. I feel that that's the same thing with with the Hori thing. But what worries me is what if the side panel plugs into the wheel, and then the wheel stops working, everything's done for, right? Hopefully for sure, pricing comes down on lots of this stuff. I do like Thrustmaster's sim task lineup. Sounds like they're looking to maybe do a bit more specialization in certain areas. If it's USB, right? That's the question. I mean, so like even my Thrustmaster wheel and pedals, right? The pedals plug into the wheel through a proprietary jack. So if the wheelbase goes out, your pedals are useless. As opposed to if the pedals were USB and the wheel was USB and they just plugged into a USB hub and then plugged into the PC, right? We know the sim joystick is going to be USB from Thrustmaster. And then it's just getting a USB hub so you have enough ports and you're off to the races. Before we forget, this video is brought to you by Evil Reg and Greg Musin. Thank you for being farm barons. Rabbit Rob, what's up? Cryptic Do, how you doing? How you doing, Cryptic Do? You know what? I realized I got on this sidetrack of these controllers. I didn't show you all my farm. I didn't show you my farming bill. So we are up here in the northern part of the map. This is a starting farm in new farmer mode. There's a southern farm, starting farm, northern farm. The only thing that's original is the farmhouse. I got rid of everything else. Right, so we've got the original farmhouse here. And then behind it, we had a little chicken coop. We had the base game farm silo. And over here, we had that old wooden barn. Right? But what I did instead is I put in this Meridian shed. Kind of up here on the hill. Sloped this a little bit. Put in a little garage. Right, deco building garage. And these are all buildings from the expansion. So we got some shed in here, some shed storage. I did put in, this is from the GSI set. So we have GSI silos. And then across the street, we've got the large chicken coop structure. This is just a deco building I put here to kind of fill out the space. But we can toss things in here. Like that silly pedal car that supposedly was a go-kart. It's just a pedal car. And then this is the big pig building, which has some more storage, right? And it has porky pigs here on the side. So we put that down. And then we finished it out with this big shed here. So that's the farm. And then I bought some fields around it. All right, so we have these fields. I bought these fields over here. And I bought some fields across the street. And that's what we're working with. I'll tell you, I did enough logging without joysticks back in 17. It's not a big deal if you've got a like a trackball. At least I didn't think it's a big deal with a trackball. I just don't do forestry anymore because I'm just kind of tired of it. And I've seen so many game saves get ruined by bad trees. I'm gonna baby bale the straw. I added follow me. Oh, I put in a GTX storage building too. Right here beside it. The thing with me at joysticks is I spend half the time doing the wrong controls because I just get them backwards. And then about the time I get, you know, comfortable, I'm done doing it. I don't want to put too much in here. All right. Can we drive this one? No. Go and the tree eraser. That's right. I like that we could delete trees with the mulchers, base game mulchers. That was awesome. Then we have some, I believe we have some carrots to harvest after this. And I'm going to try to do follow me and see if I can get the offset and everything working. Johnny V, what is up? Well, we got the bought the little case formal. Alright, so let's see here. Let's try a 3-meter offset. Let's see what that looks like. We need to back that up. Go 3.5 meters. That might work better. Go on, buddy. Go on with your bad self. Okay, now I may have the magic sauce. Artemis, what's up? You mean the little farmo? Well, it only it requires less horsepower than the farmo has, so. Well, I could see why it would take. Yeah, it would take forever with on Carpathian countryside. So this is my first attempt at using follow me for this task. So at least when you have this harvester hooked up, right, crop destruction's turned off. Let's adjust this a little bit more. See if we can't get that fine-tuned. The case is not about to break down. The case is fine. There we go. I think we've got the magic sauce now. So like a 4.5 meter offset with like 6 meters ahead. Well, how about you just drive into the pole? Right? 4 meter offset. How about you just drive into the pole? I think this harvester only takes like 50 horsepower. Let's see. $80 horsepower. Yeah, I got 117. I got ponies to spare. I wish the crop was going the other direction. That would make it easier. So Giants was asked about. We asked about the Massey Ferguson and the New Holland with respect to Agritechnica, and it sounds like the party line is coming to a farm sim at a later date. Let me go dig up the exact quote. Because, you know, sometimes wording, it's not what's said, it's what's not said. So the exact wording was... it will join Farming Simulator in the future. In the future. So one conspiracy theory could say that when it doesn't say Farm Sim 22 in the future, it could be joining Farm Sim Future version. Or it could be Farm Sim 22 in the future. Right? So maybe something we won't see until the next Farm Sim. And maybe in a content update that comes next year. I talked about in FS17 when I started playing Farm Sim in FS17, which was right after 17 released in 2016. There was a Christmas mod that was presented, and the Christmas mod was that Fast Voltra tractor. So maybe we'll get these over a holiday, Christmas mod. Maybe they'll be in a game update in 2024. Maybe they won't come until the next version of Farm Sim, which hopefully will be this time next year. Right? Oregon Trees Gaming, what is up, sir? What is up? Wisconsin Farmer, how you doing? Oregon Farmer, I like the new stuff. But I play I like to play on a more smaller scale these days. Oops, wrong button. So the small stuff really doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of frustrating. One would like to see that stuff, you know, come sooner than later. Right? Well, Fridge Farmer, I would expect the next iteration of Farm Sim will not support Xbox One or PlayStation 4. So I think the slot counts will be, if they are slot counts, right, will be where they are now. I think the other issue is just general storage. How much storage does the console manufacturer give any one particular game? Right? So in theory, they're not giving Farm Sim every bit of possible storage on their console. From what I understand, they only give each game a certain allocation of disk storage. Most likely so the gamer cannot go and, you know, fill up their storage on one thing and then have a negative experience by not being able to do other things, other games. I think it would really hold. I think it would really hold Farm Sim back if they continue to offer support for those older platforms. So I really wish these were in rows the other way. But I kind of spawned this field in. So, you know, it's not surprising that they are in a certain orientation. Seems like when you spawn crop in using easy dev controls, they like to spawn in north to south. Raz, did you get an email about PAX East today? I did. Badges are for sale. Enter for a or submit for a media badge. we'll just go around the... So we're at row 8. Alright, let's try this. What's the, here we go. Alright, offset, I can't, I just don't do offsets. I don't have the, I don't think I got the brain power to figure out offsets. What? I was just changing. There we go. No, it's just... Offsets are not going to work. I wanted to see how follow me would work with respect to doing this harvester. Right? I knew I could do an offset. I just wanted to see. We got it set up pretty quickly. It's not that bad. It's just if it was. It would be a lot faster if it was the other way. As far as you know, crop running that direction. Agrotechnica's got me thinking about the National Farm Machine Show as well. I don't think you were in here the other week when I was talking about my plans. My plans for this year's Farm Machine Show. I'm looking for a front man. I'm looking for a mic person. I want something for the. I want someone for the mic, and I want to get one of the Bob Barker mic sticks, and I want to do a. I want to do like an interview show where we hit the floor before it gets super busy, and we interview brands, right, and basically say, like, hey, we're here representing the virtual farmers, and we play this game called Farm Sim, right? Have you heard of it? And then, like, if you were, let's pretend your product was in the game, right? So give me your marketing speech on why me, the virtual farmer, wants to use your virtual product in the virtual farming game, or something like that, right? It's just I'm not the mic person. I would rather not talk to a single soul in real life for an entire year than to do that for an hour. Davies Farming, what's up? CFL, you can stop asking the question because that's when I'll get it. Never. Confirm. I do agree. I'd like to see Gleaner in the game, right? Gleaner's also celebrating 100 years, as is Farmall. I was reminded by that when we received word about the Farmall 100 Years pack. I was like, where's the Gleaner pack? That'd be awesome. So one thing that's nice about the rather significant delay from starting to harvest until the product gets to the end of the conveyor belt is it helps the follow me driver get caught up to speed on the turns. Yep, a future farm sim. Cut that corner too close. See, does this thing have a front hitch? It does indeed. This map doesn't have a BGA. Come on, let's get caught up. So there for a little bit, I accidentally drove in one of these new fields, and I didn't have crop destruction. And I thought, wait, did they get rid of crop destruction on these new crops? But then I touched a different field with the same vehicle, and I did have crop destruction, so I don't know what the deal is. It feels like there's crop destruction is turned on when you get to a certain growth state or something, or turned off when you get to a certain growth state. Let me show you. So this field, ready to harvest carrots, right? I accidentally drove into that field, nothing happened. So if it's ready to harvest, there's no crop destruction. Then I accidentally drove onto this field, right there, and well, it went away. So then I tried over here, and it went away too. Somewhere. Oh, over here. So yeah, if it's ready to harvest, I guess there's no crop destruction. Because I went on a little tirade right during the video about crop destruction. But I'm still not a fan of how the AI just turns and drives right back over the field. I would say it's because of all of this, right? This having to drive alongside the harvester to unload. And we know if we hire a helper, the helper is just going to double back and drive right over top of the crop. It's not going to harvest the way I like to harvest these, which would be, you know, harvesting from the ends. Let's do one more pass, and then we'll fast forward to tomorrow. I'll feed these carrots down to the pigs. Well, technically, Goldeneye, you're cheesing yourself because you're not actually harvesting that second row. Visually, the second row goes away, but the crop is still there. If you run your harvester right back over top of it, it'll pick up the phantom row. 18,000 liters. Ain't that all that bad. I think Jones did a really good job with the lighting, in my opinion. Yeah, I'll demonstrate it when we get on to morning. All right, let's sleep. Yeah, I was looking at the preview, the map preview image, and I was trying to decide if they were fake clouds or if it was just an opportune, extremely cloudy day. I feel like they were fake clouds to make the preview image look better, because the map loading screen looks outstanding. Alright, so let me demonstrate here. So I'm going to deliberately line up to go down 2 rows. What happens when you try to walk between 2 things, 2 pieces of machinery. Okay, so we're deliberately picking up 2 rows, right? Right down the middle. I couldn't do it any better. Now when we come back, I'm going to try to pick up the left row that was the duplicate. And I bet you we'll pick up crop the entire way. Yeah, I mean, imagine like the innovations of Silver Run Forest and the innovations of this map, and then what that means for you know, the next farm sim map. Okay, now we're gonna be right now. But we're picking up that Phantom Row. Come on. Get up here. Oh. Okay, so we have 12, 12, 5. 12,125. We're picking up the Phantom Road crop. And we're getting crop added to our trailer. Right. So if you try to cheese it, you're cheesing yourself. Into half yield. Raz, did I tell you what hotel I had booked for the Farm Machine show? It's not the same one I was at before. You know, it'd be nice. It'd be nice if you could turn the collisions off on poles. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's. Did I tell you what hotel I was going to be at the farm show, or not? I booked a different hotel already. It's further away from the convention center. It's a better hotel. It was cheaper. And since I now know how much the parking is, right? Parking's dirt cheap. Yeah, I thought I'd be the camera guy. I got a gimbal now. And I could get a mic. I want to get one of the little Bob Barker sticks for the mic. And I need a front man to do kind of the voice, the vocals. And then just do a little interviews here and there with various booths. Kind of doing a, hey, sell your product to a virtual farmer, right? Maybe talk to them about Farm Sim if they didn't know what Farm Sim already was. And just have fun doing that. When it gets busy, you just kind of walk around and take video. Last year, I honestly worked, I probably walked the floor for 3 to 4 hours a day. And then I went back to the hotel and I pieced it all together. Yeah, I did a major dump off the camera and stuff. I figured we'd try to get there early each morning. But you know, before the floor got busy, to do the interview portions. Yeah, if the place opens at 9, try to get there right when the doors open. And you could probably, you know, do interviews for about an hour, hour and a half. walk around and stuff. And then it starts to get kind of busy. Then you don't worry about interviews because, you know, the sales guys, they want to talk to real people. They want to buy real stuff. And, you know, to be respectful of that. But if they don't have anybody else to talk to, they can pretend to sell, do a sales pitch to virtual farmers. Well, I'm really curious what, how does Agritechnica compare to the National Farm Machine Show, right? Like, is it the European version of that? Because of course Giants is at Agritechnica. At least I think they are. Well, Optimus, I don't know. I don't have a frame of reference as to what it is. Other than, is it a giant machine show? What makes it stand out from a giant agriculture machine show? Is it focused on agriculture technology? And not so much equipment? I don't know. I know it's massive. I mean, the National Farm Machine Show is 500,000 square feet. But I do know there's lots of buildings. There's several buildings I know. Lots of booths. I was just trying to understand the comparison between the two. So I think what I'm going to do is the next pass, I'm just going to hire a helper and then drive beside the helper and see how fast that is. It's just 400,000 square feet of exhibition space. I mean, I'm telling you, it took me 4 days to walk. 4 days to walk that event. What the heck are you doing? Oh, square meters. Okay. Not square feetage. Square meters. Yeah, I'll give you that. That is a lot of space. Yeah, like I said, I spawned the crop in. And when you spawn crop in, it spawns north to south. It wouldn't take near as long if it was east to west. Or if I had a trailer that was easier to drive around. This is why I like the pallet one better. Ah, it's okay. Well, we'll solve the dizzy problem. So if I go here and I set this angle of the dangle, you're saying, then I go here and I spawn it again, it'll flip it. I didn't know you could do that. Usually it doesn't matter, right? Usually it doesn't matter which way they grow in. If I go here, and I say, whoa, what happened there? I do that, then I come here, then I do it twice. It's still that way. All right, now I can see, right? Okay, so we got our ridges the way we want them. And then we come here and we spawn it 1, 2. There's still the other direction. Yeah, I don't know. That's no big deal. Holy... Did I just... effed everything up. I'll be right back. So I just screwed everything up. When I know everybody's there, I'll tell you what I did. Is everybody back? Is everybody there? I can tell you what I did. But oops. Okay. So I went in here. Right. And we went to here. I set ground state, but this was set to all. And when I set the ground state to all, it was set to ground type none. It wiped out every field on the map. Oops. So I just killed the game, force quit, make sure it didn't autosave, and we're back. Yeah. So when I was driving and I realized there was no crop anywhere to be found other than on this field, I realized what I did. Oops. All right, so if we set this to 90, and we set this to ridge, right? Done. Then we go here and we say carrots. Remove foliage. It's this way. It's still this way. It's that way. It's this way. It's this way. I don't know. It always wants to spawn in north to south. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. We'll go harvest something that is more properly oriented. Like these carrots. There we go. We've got carrots over here. We've got red beets. I'll just convert that whole field over there to harvest it and be done with it. These were the fields that we were messing around with during the launch party anyway. All right, we'll try. We'll try one more time just for funsies. Okay, so we're going to remove background so we can see what's going on. We're going to go to set this state. Remove foliage is set to no. Oh. Now look what it did. Okay. All right, yeah. Look at that. We all learned something new today. We all learned something new. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I think everybody should give B101 UK a big old round of applause. I'll see if my sound effects work. Yeah, you little baseball fan chat there. Rasnack with a $2 super chat. That was a tip. It's well worth $2. I agrees wholeheartedly. So, speaking of D-Wolf, I didn't watch the video, but I think I saw that DJ Goham did an interview with D-Wolf. Maybe the D-Wolf CEO? Somebody high up in D-Wolf. At Agro Technica. I really do despise rear steer. I want things to track behind me, not steer on their own. You know, I expect something to track a certain way, and then it steers on its own, and it turns completely different. I saw it pop up, but I hadn't watched it. I got so much going on at work right now. I got to put together operating budget. I got to put together a capital budget. We're coming to the end of the semester. Basically have a week, right? Next week will be Thanksgiving. Next Thursday will be Thanksgiving. We're going to be going out of town for at least a day, maybe 2. So we'll figure out the schedule next week with respect to streaming and other things, both here on this channel and on the Funhouse channel. And then, of course, that means Thanksgiving gets here. That means Christmas is 1 month away. End of the year. I finished my work year on December 22nd. So we don't have too many weeks left to get things all wrapped up. Boxes. Oh, something else I added. I added that, what was that? Wage mod today? It didn't. The screenshots really didn't give it much justice. But the adjustable wage mod, apparently depending on the day, you can either make a ton of money on contracts or barely make even. I didn't know if there was maybe a settings configuration for that or not. David's been watching the tutorials on the Carpathian Countryside PC map optionals edits. Tomorrow we're going to do one. The Platinum expansion productions will drop tomorrow. And then Saturday I need to record one related to Maze Plus. There are some edits to be made to the map in order to allow you to buy certain Maze Plus products into the map from some bulk buy points. Then that will close out the Carpathian Countryside PC optional edits. Of course, Mr. Hector, he's got his videos already published. I'm just watching his videos and doing basically the English translation of those. It's a Platinum expansion. There is no premium one. There's no edits to be done for the premium. It would be nice if these pallets kicked off a little bit. You can build armoires, tables, and chairs down at the carpentry, and the sawmill will do prefab walls, wooden beams, and long planks. Is that the one that was that the one that was going on about difficult times in the UK or something? That was the only comment that I noticed that was out of place. I mean, it didn't make any sense to me. There's always individuals with struggles, not to diminish or demenialize or to say that any one person's struggles are less than anyone else's, but you know, everyone has their own struggles. I don't really understand the point of it, though. Oh, Walter, what was listed in the changelog? Was it a bug update? Was it something to work with premium? Is it possible to use dev console like the map object hider to hide electrical poles? Probably. Probably. Let's go do it. See what happens. I'll save the game. That way if I blow things up, we'll just reload. Alright, so we'll save. And what we're going to do is we're going to come into here, delete object input on, and delete. Now we need to get a hand. Talk to the hand, people. We need to get a hand. If we don't get a hand, we won't be able to delete it. Delete. See? Oh, I got rid of the tree. Delete. Made the tree go away. Can I make this go away? Doesn't seem to work. Trying my darndest, doesn't seem to work. So I'd say it looks like that doesn't work. Let's turn that off before we go and delete something we want. It was a good idea. It was kind of odd. It was like, it started out like, I want to go find someone that does this for console. And I read it this morning when I wasn't fully awake, and I'm like, what? So I was like, well, you can't do these edits on console, right? But then I read the rest of it, I'm like, I'm sorry, the rest of it just isn't really relative to. It's not like my video was about, you know, economy. So it's whatever. Sean made about the only type of a non overly trollish reply back that I think you could come up with was, well, if times are seriously that bad, you got to choose between heat and food, then sell a console and you know, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Chad, it's all right. It's all right. You're out. You're busy. You're a busy dude. You got things to do. And sit around and watch a guy harvest carrots going up and down a field. Oh, mine does too, Altona. Mine does too. I've got the home office is like a 9 by 10 foot room. It's a small bedroom. And I shut the door when I'm streaming and recording just to kind of cut out the sounds of the house. And an hour session, a 2 hour session, a 3-hour session. You open the door and it's like 5 degrees cooler out in the hallway, at least. In the winter, I usually have the window cracked just to keep cold air coming in. Right now, I've got a window fan pulling air in just to keep the room halfway reasonably temperatured. In the summer, the wife got me a portable room air conditioner, a floor model that vents outside the window, and I run that in the summer when I'm doing recording and streaming to keep the room from getting super hot, and 2, to keep the room's heat from then messing up with the house thermostat. So our house was built in the 50s. It has one thermostat in the hallway, like diagonal from this door to this bedroom. So it's very easy that the hot air in this room like completely changes the temperature in the thermostat. So in the winter, it thinks the house is a lot warmer than it really is. And in the summer, it thinks the house is a lot warmer than it really is. But that's what happens when you have, your GPU's probably pulling 300 watts, 400 watts. Your CPU could be pulling 100 watts, 150. Right? So you add that up. All that's heat. So your gaming computer is like a 500 watt heater, just sitting in the room, heating the space up over a couple hours. You know what? I bet you added carrots to the rabbits. Remember that? So it's a general maintenance update. You get nice of, third floor apartment. You get everyone's heating below you. Farmer G, I don't want to know about your methane. Right, I don't need to know about your methane. I saw I think it was an AP article today about plant-based meat and how more people need to eat plant-based meat because it will help with global warming or something like that. And I did not understand that argument one bit. How's fake meat help global warming? I did see a video, Artemis, about a guy who built a like a little tent around his computer and then ducted that outside. When's someone going to do a production? Now that we have red beets, when's someone going to do a production to like do pickled eggs? You know those beet colored eggs. I mean, we have chicken eggs. We got beets. Right? Someone's going to pickle eggs. Well, I think it's, you know, it's like, what's the fascination with fake bacon? Bacon is not bacon. If you've never eaten bacon, you may think it's good. But then you eat the real thing and you're like, oh my gosh. Bacon is awful. Right? It's like, why would you eat turkey bacon? Well, see, that's the production we need going on, is pickled foods. Just random foods that are pickled in beet juice. Oh, what is this stopping for? Yeah. Yeah. I still don't know how plant-based meat can help with global warming or help with the environment. So this isn't going too terrible bad. Now that we have yeah, now that we have it in long rows. It's interesting how we always seem to fill our boxes up around the same general area of the field. I really like this unload mechanic. But it's going to be difficult for console players with the pallet limit. Right? I mean, we've already got 4, 8, 12. I mean, we already have 16 boxes. Yeah, I will. I got it on booking. I gotta look it up. But I think it's down by the airport. It's a much better hotel than I stayed at last time, and a lot cheaper, because I think you get like a parking pass for 20 bucks, a multi-day parking pass for 20 bucks. So here's a question. I had someone made a comment on my video where I did the, I think, you know, everything you need to know about all these crops. And someone said something about when Giants did the pallet storage building, they added auto load for bales was in the game, like default. And I didn't understand that comment. I'm like, I think if the game auto-loaded bales by default, I think it would be a bigger deal. No, not the code. Like they implied it was in the game. Standard game feature now. Require no mod to activate. Let me go look it up. Let me go look it up. It was today. It shouldn't take too long to look this up real fast. Sorry. Just FYI, but Giants put auto load into the game for consoles with the Bale storage update. The trailers in game will auto load on console, no mod needed, is what this guy says. That doesn't make any sense. That's the exact text of that comment. I didn't push the issue. I was like, I didn't even want to bother with it. No, he implies that it's bales. And well, I guess he doesn't apply bales because it implies it came with the bale storage add-on. I don't know what trailer he's talking about. I mean, he's certainly not talking about these. Because we all know these have nothing to do with that update. Right? He's certainly not talking about these. I just drive around and it loads bales. Right? He can't be talking about these. Picking up bales by them, or picking up pallets. And I highly doubt he's talking about that configuration. I don't know. Didn't really care. Yeah, it really didn't matter. I mean, I would think that if it was like every console, every person that makes console content would be like all over that. Because the big thing with the autofill mods that console has is like you need a trailer for square bales, you need a trailer for round bales, you need a trailer for bulk goods, right? Douglas and Eli, thank you for the sub. I feel like you've been subbed before. Did something happen? Our first foray into boxes on this side of the field over here. Chris S., what is up? What is up? Glad you can make it tonight. I'm going to fill these 4 boxes and then we'll get rid of these carrots. I think I'll bit, we need to get this trailer. Because I said I'm going to make little square bales. I think that would be appropriate for this map. Oh, does he? Is it gonna be over at Itch, over at Mod Hub? Oh, Mod Hub is the best hub. Mark, what's happening, Mark? You were subbed before. I think people's subs are dropping off. Well, good luck with your submission. I suspect the number of days between submission and testing is something ridiculous again. Probably best measured in weeks. Yeah, I keep looking. I keep looking every day on the Mod Hub, and every day there's updates, right, for mods. I keep checking the updates, like to see what what was updated, and you know the fallacy of my mind right now is I keep expecting like mods to be updated to support premium, but then I think all the mods being released now were submitted before premium came out because of the delay in submissions and testings. Like, when will we see our first mod that has been updated or specifically submitted for premium, right? How long will that take before we actually see that one first hit? Mark, what is up? Are you winding down for the year? It's gotta be cold up there. I could see how you would be annoyed by carrot contracts on a map with huge fields. I expect it's getting kind of cold up there. Are we full? Let's take this thing back to the shop. Jonah, we're about to shut her down. We're about to shut her down. We're going to get rid of our pallets of carrots. Well, I heard y'all, I think probably, I heard there was some snow up there already. In some parts. And what I find funny is root crops always seem to find their way into the biggest fields on maps, right? It's like 9 times out of 10, potatoes will be planted by the AI in the absolute largest field possible. Meanwhile, the smallest fields will get things like, you know, corn. Canada is big. Yeah, these mirrors aren't all that bad. kind of neat little, seriously neat little tractor. New case from the Case IH 100 Years pack. Raphael, what's up? Yeah, how many of these crates we can get on this flatbed? Mark, I thought this map would be right up your alley. Alright, if you're going big on me. Oh, they load them that way? So we get 7 per trip. Auto drive, I thought that would be outside of your vocabulary. Carrots. 230 down at the train depot. You know, 230 is a darn good price. $230 is a darn good price. For the time of year it is. So it turns out, you know, the average price that was published on the infographics for the blog posts. Well, it turns out that price is wrong. I was asking Giants last week where that price, you know, how that price was calculated, because it didn't make sense. It didn't make any sense because of the prices I was seeing in the game. Right, clearly the prices weren't per 1,000 liters. They weren't per pallet. They weren't, you know, didn't make any sense. Because like they showed carrots having an average price of something like $13.20. It's like $13.20 by what? And the word I got back was the price was wrong. I still don't know how you know, how far off it was or anything. But supposedly new infographics were going to be generated. Because I'm like, I don't think it's per 1,000 liters. Like everything else is priced out per 1,000 liters. And there was no descriptive text on the price. Like to say what, you know, what value was it, what measurement. So we'll see what the infographic comes up with. I was glad it wasn't going to try to make me load those as pallets. And I just made 700 bucks. Right? They only cost me 130 to buy. Right, so if you, well, like, you know, even if you doubled this price, 315, because this is, we got easy. You double this price, 525. So if 1,000 liters was 500 kilograms, then it would be 1050. If it was per ton, when everything else is always measured out per thousand. But at any rate, so if it was 1050 per ton, it's still a couple hundred short. Oops. Are you using the portable forks? New fork attachment for tractors? Forklift? Cross blades, that's correct. You get 230 for the pallet. And you get then you get paid for the crop in a separate transaction. So we just unloaded all those carrots to the train station. So we got paid only for the pallets. And then when we actually sell the crop at the train, we'll earn our money for the actual crop. That's all good. That's all good. You know, it's a little odd because in theory you're connected to the back of the tractor, so you're driving backwards. Or if you connect it to the front of the tractor, that's fine too. But then also the tractor is typically a lot faster than the forklift, so you may find yourself driving around a little bit too quicker than you anticipate. Or you get a Valtra and reverse drive it. They don't have any sub 100 Valtras, do they? Oh, 105. Just totally cuts you out. And this one doesn't have rear drive. You have to get all the way up to the N series. 107. Right, 107 will get you reverse drive. Oh, come on, pull, pull, pull. How many horsepower is the fender? I don't feel like stacking manually right now. The teleskid is cool. With a boom lift skid steer. Mark, did you try the golf cart mod? Not the golf cart, the go-kart mod today? Did you see this? See this little go-kart? It's not a go-kart. It's a pedal car. Rather disappointing. I thought it was a go-kart because, you know, it's named go-kart. Then I found out it was a pedal car. And driving 42 miles an hour down the road in a pedal car, while very comedic, didn't work for me. I mean, that's right up your sub 100 horsepower. That's one people power. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're going to use it to, if you're going to try to use it to transport things. Well, you know, growing up, it was just like, well, just toss it up there on top. Just chuck it up on top, we'll strap it down. So that's what I thought I'd do. Just heave those three up there on the top. Toss a strap over it, we're good. Yeah, on this channel you could say realism is key. We just seem to lose our keys sometimes. Oh, we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to hit low gear. And we're gonna pull it out. Sounds like Rabbit Rob's talking from experience. You know, what I've found is that sometimes your tractor likes to get tired. At any rate, what I found is typically the instant you release your door, that's when you remember your keys are inside. Right? You swing your hand to shut the door. Your hand makes contact with the door. Your hand no longer is contacting the door. And at that instant, you're like, my keys are in the car and the door is now locked. And then the car goes thud. Right? So it's those few seconds of dread, or partial seconds of dread, as the door is still shutting. Let's rent a train. Come on, train. How long is it going to take you to get here? 2.5 kilometers. We can drive this back. Playability, enjoyability. Right, enjoyability. And yeah, I'm enjoying this map. I like it. I don't need giant fields. I do wish the dairy was a production. I do wish the spinnery was a production. And you know, I'm fine with the fact that it doesn't have a flour mill. But it would be neat if this was the flour mill. I think that would be cool. Well, it's kind of like that in real life, right? Like no farmer does it. No two farmers do probably the same thing, the same way. Come on. Oh, that pile of carrots. What? You filled up this trailer? Well, that's weird. Oh, wait. Well, let's see what we get. Should get a little more than $10,000, I guess. Well, you're late to the party. It's not very loud. $18,000. Not a bad little haul, I guess. 18,000 G's. We're getting our eggs already. Alright guys, that's gonna do us for the night. Tomorrow night is Friday night. Forza Friday is back tomorrow night over on the FK Funhouse channel, our secondary channel. Be sure to tune into there. We've had a Forza update. I think there's a new track. Maybe we'll do some racing on the new track. The Yas Marina circuit from F1. I didn't read through any of the rest of the changelog, but we'll try to get that fired back up. We did not do a Forza Friday last week because, well, we were doing early access to Zielonka next week. And we'll see. We might, I might get some City Skylines work done for the weekend, trying to get that to kind of resurrect back over at the Funhouse channel. We'll be back over here, hopefully, on Zielonka more this weekend, doing some more streaming. So until then, keep an eye on the channel. We do have another tutorial popping up tomorrow for Carpathian Countryside PC. And then I got one more I got to do on Saturday also for adding Maze Plus to that PC variant of the map. Till next time, happy farming.